Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today in this video, it's kind of a branch off for one of my secrets videos. It was actually a video on how to drift in any car. That was one of the secrets, and I'm branching it off into one video because I see a lot of people are kind of having trouble just drifting in general because they've already figured out how to drift a car, but they just can't figure out how to drift in general. So I'm gonna be giving some tips and tricks on how to do it. So yeah, I'm not using this S10 right here, but I'm just having nice cars for my intros because why not? And well, yeah, let's just get into the video, I guess. So first off, I'm gonna be going over cars that are really easy to drift without like popping your tires in Greenville, and well, one of them is the Crow GT right here. I know this is quite an expensive option for drifting, but this is actually probably one of the coolest cars to drift in, and now I will show it right now. So pretty much what you can do is, I don't know, here, I'll just give an example. There's an example right there. There's an example right there. Kind of an example right there. And well, basically, if you can't tell, you guys should see a pattern that I'm using manual. And well, basically, I probably won't have a tutorial on how to drift on mobile, so they'll know to drift on mobile, I'm guessing, is with their tires swapped. So anyway, mobile players, get off the video unless you just want to see content from me. I really appreciate that because a lot of my fans just watch Greenville. But anyway, I'm joking, guys. But anyway, so yeah, you can hold S even, like do like these long power slides. That was horrible. I have no warm up today. But yeah, basically the Courage GT is one of the coolest cars to drift in because you can do a bunch of power slides, typically in first gear. And well, I don't know, it just looks really cool. And like basically, there's also something you can do which looks very cool. It makes your car look like it's very torque heavy. So you start in first, clutch in, and then when you shift, you put the clutch back in just for a second. Here's a demonstration. And you shift, clutch in, clutch in. Alright, it usually doesn't work in first gear. It usually doesn't work in third gear, but as you can see, your car just kind of gets loose. So I could go in third gear and be like, hey yo, 50 roll or something. I could be like, I don't know, it just looks so sick. Like it's basically like, I don't know how to say it. Like it gives you so much torque. It's almost like rolling anti-lag. Like I'm serious. Like instant torque. Like it's kind of like the Challenger on ice. I don't know if you guys have ever driven the Bullhorn Determinator on ice, but it's crazy. Speaking of the Bullhorn Determinator, that can also kind of count as one of the drift cars. Yes, this is wipe. Don't freak out. But anyway, as you can see, it's a boat, and well, I believe donuts only work in the same like fifth. Yeah, so this is how to do donuts. I already have a video on how to do donuts in the description. I don't know if it's outdated or not because I don't know if like the physics are different in Greenville after the winter map like removed the slipperiness. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's a plane. Anyways, we're actually gonna move on to a completely different game just to kind of show off some other like tips and tricks on how to work like drifting cars because well, there's some things that I can't just like I can't teach in Greenville. So we're gonna switch to a drifting game real quick. I just recorded a whole segment in this game and I wasn't even recording, so that's nice. Anyway, welcome to Redline Drifting, and well, this is basically kind of one of the most popular drifting games on Greenville. Greenville. This is one of the most popular drifting games on Roblox right now, besides Heavy Clutch, obviously, but that's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit of a hard game. So pretty much, if you are an automatic user when drifting, you gotta drop the automatic because you need to have at least some type of manual shifting, no matter if it's sequential or actual fully manual with clutch. Now in Greenville I do fully manual with clutch, but this car that's not available, so I'm just. Now normally what you can do while drifting is stick in one gear pretty much, and well, yeah. And here's an example right here. I hope you guys can kind of see my pattern here, and you will see that I'm letting off the throttle and putting back on the throttle. And this is just giving like control on the throttle, so you can actually have a controlled drift. And now I only learned this a few months ago, when I was like really practicing. And well, yeah, it's really hard to maintain a long drift around that corner. I kind of want to try that eventually. But yeah, it's overall really fun to drift, obviously in Redline. I've played Redline a few times, but anyway, I'm changing the topic. But yeah, so basically you have to control your steering and your throttle, because if you just hold on the throttle the whole time, yeah, you either spin out or you just overrun completely. Now, I know Greenville doesn't have this style of tunes, but I'm just using this game to teach you tactics that if you actually get into a slide like this in Greenville. It just happens sometimes if you use the parking brake. And yeah, pretty much this is all you do. You gotta control your throttle and control your steering at the same time. Typically what I do is I kind of let off the throttle and the steering and then put back on the throttle and the steering around the same time. This is easy to master though, depending on what car you have. Depending on what car you have though, it might take some practice, obviously, but this only takes about a week to learn if you're like constantly getting at it for like, I don't know, 3 minutes a day even, because it will click. And I'm telling you, when it clicks, you're like all of a sudden like, oh wait, I can do this. So yeah, sorry if my mic's a little quiet, by the way. I don't Like, game's like a little loud. But yeah, I think I have enough said in this game, and well, basically, we're not gonna go back to Greenville, or we can kind of show off how to properly drift from there. Since the only reason I was in this game was to show you some tactics on like the basics of drifting. So yeah, anyways, I just spun out, so let's just get back in Greenville. And we're back in Greenville. Ignore the style or look of my car, but basically, we're gonna kind of continue to shoot my tires real quick, and well, basically, we're gonna continue kind of the drifting style that was in Redline. And now, basically, as you can see right here, if we just pop our tires, this kind of has the car always being slippery, just like how Redline is. Since Redline's a drifting game, it kind of has that unrealistic style tune. But with your tires popped, obviously, you can do drifts like these, and well, yeah. It's the same exact thing that you have to do. So as you can see, it's very apparent that I'm also controlling. It's a little harder than Greenville though, since they have more realistic tunes than Redline. And well, yeah, this is kind of an example on how to do it with tires popped. Now you always, of course, have to control your throttle and stuff. See, as you can see, I literally spun out there. As you can see, this is kind of the basics of it. I don't know how to explain it other than this. I didn't even know this little driveway was here into Allen's. Generally, first gear is the perfect gear for the Impala. When tires are popped, I find the Impala probably one of the best to do it with. I don't know, it's just the easiest to get loose and stuff, and just the easiest to control. And 20 mile per hour, like 25 in first gear is honestly probably one of the perfect speeds you can drift at. Yeah, that's pretty much the basics of that. You can do donuts in like any car with this, obviously. So here, I'll like do donuts in this thing real quick. Boom. As you can see, just like that. We kind of have some very torque-heavy donuts, so I'm probably just going to go back in first gear. You can even have control donuts if you want. Kind of control your steering while just holding W / letting go of W. That's kind of how you can do some controlled donuts, because I see a lot of people just holding W and the steer button. And well, yeah, you can have controlled donuts like this. This is pretty easy to master. It's the same thing as taking a corner when drifting, except you just continue to take that corner and just continue to infinitely take that corner. It's really hard to master being consistent with it though. So like sometimes you're all over the place like me, where as you can see, this is more like a stretched out donut that's about to break instead of a perfect donut. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of doing donuts and stuff while your tires are popped. Now I'm going to talk about how to drift in kind of like a normal Greenville car without any tires popped. And now generally, obviously, you're going to need a little bit of a faster car for this. So I have my Toyota Super Turbo here. And well, basically, yeah, if you want to drift here, you're going to have to do a lot of shifting. And well, basically, as you can see, we can go into second gear there. Going to do a little bit of that. We'll go into third. And then, yeah, you always have to stay high RPMs, because otherwise, if you shift in the same gear in a normal Greenville car, well, you're going to turn, then you're going to lose torque, and then you're going to immediately get out of the drift. Like, well, we're going to go into, like, fifth or something. Like, hey, look at me drifting fifth, and now you're, like, have no torque. So, yeah, that's why you got to always stay updated on your drifts. And well, I believe automatic actually is a decent culprit for this. I'm just going to test real quick. I don't know, though, so we're just going to, like, kind of see real quick. So yeah, automatic is not actually a horrible way to drift into Greenville, because it does kind of keep your RPMs really high, especially if you're in sport mode. And well, yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of mainly using my handbrake for this, since we're not in winter and we can't really just like get a slide with a simple clutch kick. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more basics on drifting, I recommend watching like one of Chris Fix's videos. He explains really well how to like clutch kick and stuff. I've learned a lot from him, and I've actually learned how to drift on wheel kind of from him. And well, yeah, I don't know. He's really entertaining, so his videos are pretty fun to watch. And well, yeah, I think he has a whole series on his drift stand and stuff, where you can actually see him like literally learn how to drift like in a series. So yeah. Anyways, I think that is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I know I never asked that, but it's nice because it does actually work. So if any YouTubers out there, please tell people to like and subscribe, because it actually works. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys watch a lot of my videos, and well, if you guys just, I don't know, like them, and you want to continue watching, then just please subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to try to hit 30K by, what is it, September 2nd. I'm recording this on September 1st. If you can hit it by tomorrow, that will be insane. Maybe even tonight, I don't know. That is it for kind of the basics of drifting in Greenville. If you want to make a more detailed, like way longer video on drifting, I can do that. This is like not the best tutorial at all, but I hope it will help some of you, because this is basically on par with how my donuts tutorial was, and well, I know that helped a lot of people. But anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.